this reading is for Capricorn, Libra, Taurus, and Cancer. So here we go, water signs. If you've been feeling a little bit left out, this is for you. We're just going to be using Shadowscapes Tarot, and also just going to pull from some of these decks that we've made. So let's see what's up. Four numbers and four notion. Next to those of love, light, frequency, truth, justice, and peace. What guidance, ancestral messages do you have for Capricorn, Libra, Taurus, Cancer? So you have this pinky cool card. This card is about healing the bloodline, healing your DNA. Some of you might be healing from depression and lack. Protection is needed. Hermit, healing of emotional body and maternal wounds, cleansing our old toxins, cycles, and creating new ones. Spiritual bath, seek spiritual mentorship or mystic for energy work, moving away from ego, fear into stable ground, change, and a stronger discernment. Speak your truth, crossroads. And then also this pink card. This Adinkra symbol is Adornments, which means love does not lose its way home. Lead with your heart. Follow your heart and your heart's desires. They will lead you towards stability, peace, joy, and abundance. Connect with those that show you love and that you love in return. You can walk the path with these people. Family is important. I feel that strongly for you all. You are not lost. If you feel confused, take time to connect with practices and activities that activate love for you. So lots of pinks and reds and a little bit of blue there, but I'm seeing a cleansing of your heart space, and your blood is your bloodline, your ancestral bloodline, because of the activation of your heart's desires and what you love. And it's really important for you all at this time to follow that pathway, because that's what's going to lead you to spaces, places, people that feel like home. I just heard overshadowed, so some of you all have been maybe letting other energies overshadow. I just heard doubts, overshadow. I heard doubts, I heard trauma, overshadow what actually wants to come forth in your heart space, eh? So maybe some of you will need to work on that and work on affirmations like, yeah, I let love lead me and guide me. I also heard like appreciating what you love, who you love a little bit more is important. Some of you might need to also forgive others or forgive yourself for things that have happened in the past. I also heard they have forgiven you, so if that's a confirmation for someone, yeah. For those in Aotearoa, Kawakawa is a great rongoa medicine for the heart space, for grief, for forgiveness, for cleansing the blood as well. Just be mindful if you are on medication, because it is a blood thinner. Okay, what guidance? Let's hope my battery doesn't die. What guidance and affirmation do we have for Libra, Capricorn, Taurus, and Cancer today? I'm also hearing specifically ancestral messages. So what ancestral messages do you have for Libra, Cancer, Taurus, Capricorn? We have Death, Scorpio. We have Eight of Pentacles, I think that's Capricorn. Four of Wands, Leo. I love these cards so much, they're so beautiful. The Hermit, Virgo, and King of Wands, so fire signs. Alright. Yeah, so there's big change that some of you all have entered into. Might have to do with family, like we're talking about healing your ancestral wounds, particularly in your maternal line. So maybe some of those things need to be identified. I'm seeing in the next few seasons, I heard phases of the moon, so that would be like a few months. You will be really focusing on building home for yourself in different avenues of life and what that looks like. Finding joy in your home, your actual physical home, and also home and other people. I'm also seeing like it's important for you all to trust the ways in which you lead yourself and be confident in that. You know, if you're following what you love in your heart space, you're allowed to be confident, like, because our heart is always connected to our ancestors. Our dreams as well are always connected to our ancestors. Some of you have been through a lot of change that has been quite tough, but it's because your ancestors are wanting you to like learn to rebuild. So maybe some of you will have like moved a lot, or I know I have, or some of you'll have just had to change, like you might have changed jobs a lot. Like there's a lot of change that has happened, and I think your ancestors are teaching you that it doesn't matter where you go, it doesn't matter if you're in a different place, home is with you, home is here. Yeah, and it is the year of the Hermit, just being reminded of that. And with this, the Hermit traditionally, and in this card, they're leading themselves with their own light. So your heart is the light that will guide you through the unknown, guide you through any shadowy periods. I'm actually hearing that Bible verse. What is it? Though I walk through the shadow of the valley of death, I fear no evil. So I'm hearing like, regardless of wherever you go, whatever confusion or even like sorrow or like lack of knowing that you encounter, you don't actually have to be afraid, because you've got your heart, and our heart is a big navigation tool for us individually, to guide us into whatever next season of our life. But I'm seeing the next season of your life that you're going to go into after this like hermity phase. So you might be spending a bit more time alone, by yourself, or learning, teaching, teachings. So like going into spaces where you can learn in a physical level. So like workshops, classes, study, whatever it may be. It's going to give you so much confidence, and I think that you'll allowed to be confident in yourself. So don't be afraid of being confident. Like it's not going to let you down if you're following your heart space. Roses might be significant, spiders as well. I also just had like crystal lamp, so some of you might have one of the like Himalayan salt lamp. 9 of Swords. If you do, turn that on. That's for me as well, actually. I have a Himalayan salt lamp. Okay. 9 of Swords. There's an ending to like worry, anxiety. Some of you are clearing some debt, even karmic debt. So there could be something that your ancestors on your maternal line we're focused on today. Something that your mother, your grandmother, whatever your foremothers have gone through that is ending with you, and I feel like has already ended. Oh, Queen of Pentacles. This also just flipped reversed. So this was maybe manifesting itself in like you not taking care of yourself and your health and your body and stuff. But now I'm seeing like as you're paying attention to your heart, there's a lot more a release and a transmutation, in your DNA, fam. I think as we continue to heal ourselves, things in our DNA get rewired and change. So for example, if something happened to your mum or your grandmother, because we all know that we physically, scientifically have that connection, right? Because we were in them, or our seed was in how do I describe that? Our seed was in our grandmother. So there's that physical connection there. But I'm seeing like maybe some of you have gone through that self-neglect, or haven't been able to look after yourself, your health, in the past in the ways in which you maybe have wanted. But I'm seeing now, as you're following your heart a lot more in what you love and focusing on that path of love, that high frequency of love. Yeah, roses are really important. Pink, red roses in particular, or pink and red flowers. So bringing those into your space if you like flowers. I'm just seeing that energy in general is helping you transmute. Old wounds. Some of you might be a bit anxious about dying, or someone dying in your life, or you, like your death, yeah. But I'm seeing, like, as you continue to prioritize your health, like, you don't have to worry about, like, what your parents have gone through happening to you. Ace of Cups. There's so much joy here, fam. Four of Wands is really my joy card, and I'm seeing, like, your source opening up, your ancestors opening up for you new levels of joy through being able to receive love. So don't close off your heart. Yeah, I really encourage you not to do that, even if you have gone through hurt and feel like you're having to do things by yourself. There are still people around that are going to be able to, like, offer you some sort of stability. Six of Swords came out reversed. So there might be something in the past or something now that you could still be holding on to that you'll need to move on from. And I just heard regret. So for some, it's just regretting decisions that you've made in the past. But you can let that go because today's a new day. Ten of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Six of Cups. There's a lot of prosperity. There's a lot of prosperity in your relationships. Lightness and refreshing that your ancestors want to offer you in your relationships. There's a lot of wealth and knowledge, resources to be shared through what you share with each other. So don't be afraid to talk about the things that you're passionate about. Share love with others, because I feel like this is going to deepen and deepen past relationships. I also feel like there's a lot of wealth for you all in your childhood. There might be something that you're learning about your childhood or your past that your ancestors are going to show you. I'm hearing ancestral inheritance. So this is something that you've inherited, is this refreshing of your waters, refreshing of your emotions, refreshing of your connections. It's like a starting again, a beginning again, something that maybe your ancestors weren't able to experience. So if that's something that resonates, your ancestors are really proud of you for getting to that point. Two of Wands reversed and Knight of Pentacles reversed. So anything that you had been holding on to, like past baggage, unable to forgive yourself or others for, it's really just causes delays. And it's also just, I just want to say, it's like not wise. Two of Wands reversed is a lack of wisdom. So I'm seeing like anything you're unable to move on from just holds you back and slows you down at the end of the day. Yeah. Three of Cups, so spending time with your loved ones, friends, going out, letting yourself be seen. Even though there's this hermit energy, I feel like there's more of a harmony between going and spending time with others and having that time to yourself in your own home, focusing on your goals without distraction, and building towards that, building towards the change that you want to see, right? Just heard swimming. Some of you will be going for a swim. There's some really old, something as well, maybe for some from like a past life, like not the one that you're in right now, that you'll really be gaining knowledge from. So pay attention to maybe your dreams as well. There might be some clues in there. Three of Wands. Yeah, this is cool because we had Two of Wands reversed and Three of Wands upright. So this is like, excuse me, your ship's coming in. This means that whatever you've been investing towards, saving towards, as you've shut the door to old things, even old plans, I'm seeing maybe you were planning something that didn't work out and wasn't fruitful. It doesn't matter. that just means that there's something fruitful for you on the other side, and you might be waiting for something to come through. Maybe it is this joy, maybe it is this, oh yeah, we have 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands, and 4. So 2, 3, 4 might be significant. If you see those numbers around, that might be a sign of these messages, or a sign that your ancestors are leading you down the steps, leading you down the path. All in divine timing as well. So some of you might need to be a bit patient with the process. Yeah, some of you I just said eat a lot, drink a lot, or will be. Just like eating and drinking and sharing kai with others is suggested here, as exchange. Or maybe that's what some people will be offering you, is kai and drink, which is pretty sweet. Guidance and information you have for Libra, Taurus, Ace of Swords. Some of you might need to speak to someone about the things that make you anxious. You might also need to speak up to defend your own power and territory. Like, say if someone's saying something to you that kind of like throws you off a little bit, your ancestors are saying, no, you choose your energy, you choose your path, the clarity that you have in your peace. So if someone says something to you that doesn't resonate with your spirit, say back to them what the truth is, just to like bounce it back. Not in a bad way, but you know. King of Swords. Lots of healing of the mind, and in your thoughts, I heard late night thoughts. So in your thoughts, when you're spending time by yourself, planning or reflecting, tending to your altar, even being your body, your health, to really healing your mind. And your ancestors are there with the little owl on top. You might think you're alone with your thoughts, but your ancestors are there like watching over you. So remember to speak to them, remember to consult them. Yeah, and also I'm seeing your higher self, your higher intuition, your uri is very, very important at this current time. So you even consulting your higher self. So just you could be thinking to yourself and be like, higher self, what do you think? And wait for whatever messages you feel like flow through, and don't disregard those things, because some of you will shut off your heart a little bit, or can tend to do. We have 2 of Cups. A lot of intimacy to be shared at this time with the earth, with your loved ones. Yep, so I'm just saying, really embrace that, really embrace family, really embrace who and what you love. Some of you might be feeling really attracted to someone as well, or something that might come through in your creativity, your art, your expression. Ace of Pentacles. And through that, there's an opportunity and a gift that the earth wants to offer you, your ancestors want to offer you. So through that, you might be receiving something actually tangible. I definitely was seeing you're really getting gifts. So you might get a lot of gifts from people at this time that are going to help with, for some it's your finances and stuff. For some, you might be a teacher or have some spiritual craft. Or it could just be spiritual to you. It might not be like overtly spiritual, like I'm here doing tarot. It could be anything. But I'm seeing that providing stability and opportunity for other people. And strength. We have Leo. Yeah, your heart has been strengthened, fam. And your ancestors are really calling you to continue to strengthen what you love. So that might be through like the study, through reading, through watching, I don't know, documentaries, through seeking out a teacher, like we said. It did say like going and getting some work done. So if you've been feeling like you're trying to go see a practitioner, trying to go see matakite, trying to go see, like get some Reiki done or acupuncture, I don't know, just listing different examples. Go hard, because I think it will actually be really beneficial for you and help you move through some blocks. yeah, we don't have to move through blocks alone. We have our ancestors that accompany us. We also have other people's ancestors that help us have access to this tangible abundance that we can see and feel. Let's do one more. Page of Swords. So there will be a lot of conversation happening. Don't shut it down. Don't shut down your ideas and those little thoughts that come through. I always like to say your intuition does not really scream at you. It's quite, not quiet, but it's just not forceful, right? So maybe take the week or the next few months to like really note down the little voices that come through and what they're saying, how they make you feel, if it's connected to your heart space. You might get like messages from people that you know, and they might be saying certain things to you. It could just be like one line, a few words, but they might be words of encouragement or an idea that might be helpful for you. Yeah, Three of Swords reversed. And I think there's a real transmuting of pain here. Grief, resentment, bitterness. So try to release any of that.